Hey everybody, how you doing? Hope you're ready to win some dough today. It's a big day in college basketball. It's a huge lineup. Um, we're going to break it down. We're going to probably pick some of these top games that everybody's going to be looking at, and we'll also throw in a couple of the sleepers that nobody's looking at. So um, stay with us. It's going to be a little lengthy video today, but it's going to win you some money. Please hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and sign up for membership at badassbets.com if you want to win some money. Right now, we're giving away our crypto course with a VIP membership in the sports betting world. So check us out at badassbets.com and let's get rolling. First game is early AM, Arkansas and Alabama. I think this is going to be pretty close to the number. They got it at 14.5. It's went to 15 already. I think Bama wins by 14. So not a lot for me there. St. John's and Georgetown, 19 points is a little much for me. So we're going to scroll down, get rid of these early games. Who we got here? So we're going to go down to the St. Peter's game. I think St. Peter's is going to get beat, even though they're looking like a little bit of money's on them. Went from 2 to 2.5 already. And I got them losing by 4 points. It's not a super bet, but when I was doing my research, that one stood out to me on the lower slates. I looked at this Cincinnati and West Virginia. Cincinnati's just sucked lately, but I think they're going to turn it around. 11.5 is quite a bit for a losing team. They've just been horrible lately, so I'm going to lay off of this as well. Come down to Oklahoma against Texas. Texas is 5.5. It dropped down to 5. Hopefully it'll drop down a little bit more because I love Texas on the money line. I'm not sure about the points. I would take this game on the money line with Texas. They are 6-0 straight up against Oklahoma in their last 6, and I think they're gonna do it again. Hopefully the points drop, like I said, maybe down to 4.5 before game time, maybe 4. You can get it like minus 170 or something like that. That's one of my stronger plays of the day. What else we got? South Carolina, Mississippi, Creighton, Villanova should be an interesting matchup. Villanova's been hot. Creighton's always good at home, but they're on the road. So let's see what we got. Creighton's averaging 10 points more per game. They're 5-5. Last 3, Nova's got them. Beat them 68-66 in Creighton last year. Creighton 7-4 on the road. Nova's only 4-8 on the way. So, but they are 3-1 in a neutral site. Gut instinct is Villanova's going to win this game. Creighton 2-4 in their last 6 against Villanova. Creighton's been hot, scoring 85, 89. They did get beat by St. John's pretty good. Nova just came off a 10-point loss to Seton Hall. Beat Providence, beat Georgetown, which isn't anything. Georgetown again, Seton Hall. So thought Creighton might pull an upset here, but they are good on the road. They're 7-4. It's pretty decent. Nova beat them by 2. Creighton beat them by 13. Nova beat them by 12. So Creighton started at 1.5, is down to a -1. So pretty much a pick 'em at this point. I would flip a coin on this one. See any injuries? Villanova's got somebody hurt. Villanova coming off a 10-point loss. Yeah, this one, it's a tough bet. Creighton 1-8 straight up in their last 9 of playing on the road against Villanova. So there you go, right there. I think that's the stat of the day. I would sprinkle a little money on Villanova at home or stay off. See what we got next. What the fuck happened here? Computer trying to skip up. Okay, Notre Dame, Vautech. Shit, Vautech might get them. We're looking for these standout plays that we can play on this crazy slated Saturday. Indiana State, Northern Iowa in a tourney. Northern Iowa is always pretty good, but Indiana State is pretty good this year. I think Northern Iowa beat Belmont today. I would have to lean with Indiana State in this game. Be nice to hit that on a money line with another parlay, like a 2-teamer, get even money or a little bit of plus money. New Mexico is a state, or New Mexico State, so we're not going to touch that shit. Kentucky at Tennessee. Kentucky actually has better power rankings than Tennessee. Tennessee's a 7.5-point favorite. 89-80. Kentucky, you get the lead on that one. 103-92, and then a low-scoring game. So you never know what these fucking teams are going to do. Tennessee 14-1 at home. Kentucky 7-1 last 8 against Southeastern. Under 6 of 7. So obviously that 100-point game was the one over, which was their last game that they played. Tennessee, no injuries anywhere to be found. Kentucky's on a roll. Tennessee's on a roll. This is a good game here. Kentucky's been scoring 93, 100, 91, 117. What's the over? 167. Shit, that might be an over game. Maybe what, 188, 80. I'm going to put that as a maybe. VIP members will get our final picks first thing before we put this out. We're recording this Friday night for you East Coasters because us West Coasters are a little bit ahead of y'all. So we'll see which way that line moves, but it sucks as it's 6-7. They went under, but Kentucky's scoring like crazy. Tennessee's going to have to keep up. I think they're going to push this score way high. They're averaging 169 combined. It's probably right on the number. So I'm just scrolling through these picks. I'm not sharing the screen today. We're in the sports book. You can hit us up, badassbets.com. We got baseball coming, March Madness on the horizon. It's actually already here. Let us do the hard work for you. How about Kansas versus Houston? That's going to be a hell of a game. Damn, Kansas is horrible in power rankings, 150. Kansas 77, 73 on average. Kansas has beat them both times they've played. 78, 65 and 95, 78. Kansas isn't that good on the road this year, 4-6, but they do play well in neutral site, and so does Houston, 4-0. Kansas is 1-3 as a dog this year. Houston 10-0 straight up in the last 10 at home. Kansas came out last game against K-State and kicked their ass. Most points they scored in a long time. Houston playing these 60s, 67, 59. If they play like that against Kansas, I think they're going to get fucked. It's going to have to be in the 80s. I think Houston has to get to the 80s to beat Kansas. 8 points, though, I don't know. It's a little much for me. 137. So, like I said, that might be an over game, depending. I think it's going to be Houston with the over would be the play. Because if you're going to take Kansas +8, I think they're going to have to keep it low scoring in order to cover that spread. So whatever side that you like, Kansas in the under or Houston in the over is how I would play this game. Miami versus Florida State. I don't think there's much there. Both 15 and 15. Oh, we got a winner here. Florida State 9-1 straight up against Miami. Beat them on the road. Beat them on the road twice. Got beat at home, so that's no good. Miami's 2-8, 9-7. Miami are 1-11 straight up in the last 12 against Florida State. So neither team looks all that great, but Miami just got beat by Boston College and only scored 57 points, 55 against Duke, 60 against Clemson, 38 against Virginia. You have to give Florida State a little edge here, especially when they're 11-1 against Miami. 3.5 down to 3. Probably take that on the money line. Probably be like 130, 130, 140. But fuck, 11-1 straight up against Miami. It's worth the money. Florida at Vandy. Florida should kill them, but on the road. Florida's averaging 19 points a game more than Vandy. 8-2 straight up against Vandy. Beat them by 13. Vandy got on the last 2 before that. Florida is 10-2 straight up in their last 12, but I don't do nothing about the 10-point spread. They're 5-13 against the spread against Vandy. But they have been scoring a lot of points. 80s, 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 77, 83, 105. Vandy scoring 77. No. Yes. 77, 61, 64, 64, 53. I mean, I could see Florida putting a whipping on them. Yeah, I just don't know. Backdoor cover, 10 points on the road is pretty high, but Florida should mop them up. Marquette and Xavier. Xavier's underachieving this year. Marquette's only 3-point. Road favorite went up from 2.5 already. They're 7-3 against Xavier. 4-1 straight up in their last 5 against Xavier. But they're not that great in Xavier. Couple players out on both sides. Marquette off 2 losses to UConn and Creighton. Yeah, this might be the game where Marquette just busts loose. Score 90, 88. All right. Who we got next? Central Florida at TCU. So Central Florida, 7.5 points, 142. TCU by 9. They beat them 68-53. Last game they played when, doesn't say when, long time ago, 2017. TCU is 13-3 at home. Central Florida got beat by Houston, got beat by Iowa State. They did beat Okie State and Texas Tech, which are 2 nice wins. They lost to West Virginia, though, so that's not good. TCU won by 12, got beat by BYU, got beat by Baylor, beat Cincy, lost to Texas Tech by 1. TCU being at home, I'm going to call this game I'm going to call this game 67-82. I got TCU in this game, but it's already moved to 7, a whole point. Hopefully it doesn't move much more. I'd maybe go up to 9 at the most, which I doubt it goes that high. But we're losing value by the minute. So I would suggest getting that bet in soon. Colorado, Oregon State, that one, pass. UCD and Long Beach. See what we got down here. Aggies are pretty close to the same record. Long Beach, a little bit more points scored. They beat them 78-74. Lost 93-92. UC Davis are 4-1 against the spread. In the last 5, I'm playing in Long Beach State. Spread is 2.5, so you're not getting a whole lot. UC Davis pretty much has to win this game. Be within 2 points. Let's see. Long Beach is on a 4-game losing streak. Hawaii, Fullerton, Irvine, Santa Barbara. UC Davis is 3-1 their last 4. Beat San Diego, Hawaii. Northridge lost to Bakersfield. It's an interesting game, but nothing that pops. Something going on here. Baylor and Texas Tech is showing. Baylor started out as an 8-point favorite. Now they're a 2-point underdog. So something's going on. Baylor 7-3. 3-0 in their last 3 when they played Texas Tech. Baylor 7-2 in their last 9 against Texas Tech. Texas Tech 5 of 6 on the over. Texas Tech got some players out. Maybe that's why the line moved. Thought it was Baylor changing though. Baylor shows a guard is questionable. Maybe that's their main guard. It's on a 3-game win streak right now, and the 2 they lost was Houston and BYU before that. So those are all, and then Kansas. So Baylor's been playing tough. Texas Tech's won 2 in a row, beat 2 scrubs, lost to Texas, lost to Central Florida. I have to favor Baylor in this game unless that guy's their guard's not playing. I have to look into that right before game time. Georgia and Auburn. Auburn's 16-point favorite. Oh, there's a game of the day right here. It looks like people are putting money on Duke. North Carolina versus Duke. Duke going from 4.5 to 5.5. I kind of like the other side in this game. North Carolina's plus 5.5. They're pretty even on their average at 5-5 against each other, with 8-2 going to the over. Averaging 160 points a game when they play each other. North Carolina is 7-2 on the road, so they're pretty damn good. Looks like Duke's got some players out, but they might have been out for a while now. It looks like they're all out for the season, so those probably are nobodies. North Carolina beat Notre Dame, North Carolina State, Miami, Virginia. Virginia is a tough one, so they beat them by 10. Tech by 15. They did lose to Syracuse and Clemson and Georgia Tech, so let's see what Duke's got. Duke's been on a fucking roll. Yeah. Hard to go against that. They're just the only game they lost was Wake. And they did lose to North Carolina February 3rd by 9. But they are playing hot. Duke is 8-1 in their last 9. Over under is 150. I kind of like the over in this game. Let's see. We got 177 last game. 119. Yeah, so they do play 158. They play both styles, so North Carolina 79, 73, 84, 79. No, that's Duke. North Carolina 84, 79, 75, 54. I might have to play this game over the total. Let's see what else we got before we make any moves. Oregon and Utah. West Coast and power rankings. Utah is 105 to 232 for the Ducks. So Ducks are favored by 3.5. Oh, fuck. Utah is 2-8 on the road. 111, 1-9. So Utah might have a guard questionable. Oregon's got a bunch of injuries. Utah coming off a loss to Oregon State. Beat Cal, beat Stanford, beat UCLA. Oregon's off 2 straight losses, both looking like shit. What else we got going down? Sac State against Idaho. Idaho? NC State against Pitt. Grand Canyon, Cal Baptist. Grand Canyon should fucking whip their ass. Grand Canyon by 11. Grand Canyon 7-3, 2-1, 79, 73. They only beat them by 3 points, so 14 there. Grand Canyon definitely win this game. 7.5 on the road. What else we got? UConn at Providence. UConn went from 9.5 to 10. Excuse me. I kind of like Providence home dog. UConn's just tearing shit up. They beat Creighton. Beat Xavier. UConn's a whole different ballgame. I like +10 with Providence. North Texas against Rice. Mean Green of North Texas. Total, the over is 9-1 when North Texas plays Rice. North Texas does have a guard that's questionable, and they did just lose to Florida Atlantic. 76, 80, 156. What's Rice throwing up? 60s. Rice is constantly in the 60s. Yeah, I can see North Texas definitely money line. 4.5 went to 6. Man, that's a big ass jump. 130 on the over. Last time they played, it was 138. $133, 140, 122. North Texas 156, 150, 150. Right, so what else we got? We got Virginia playing Georgia Tech. We're almost done. Everybody almost done. Georgia Tech's on a little bit of a roll. 3 in a row, 4 out of 5. Virginia's just got crushed by Duke. What the fuck? Man. The stats look good for Virginia. 7.5. Yeah, I don't know. Virginia does have their number, so if you want to do like a 3 or 4 team money line parlay with some higher spreads, Virginia would probably be a good one to throw on there. Seton Hall went from 21 to 24 against DePaul. They will have to lay off of that shit. New Mexico against Utah State. The Lobos. Utah State pretty much does have their number. They did play a high scoring game in January, 99-86, 91-76. So they've been playing some high scoring games, 157 in that one. New Mexico won the 7, the last 8. What is that spread again? Utah State 3.5. $160. It's pretty high, but they do play high scoring games. All right, Mizzou and LSU. LSU got beat by Mizzou on the road last year. 2 in a row. Missouri's 0-10 last 10, 0-9 on the road, 1-6 playing in LSU. Got some players hurt. Looks like Mizzou is horrible. They lost 10 in a row. They got beat by close to 30 last game. LSU got beat by Arkansas, but beat Vandy by 14. So they did beat Arkansas pretty good by 21. What's our spread here? 7.5. LSU might have some value here at 7.5. Missouri did beat them 2 games in a row. But Missouri's horrible this year. Like fucking horrible. They got beat by Mississippi State by 20. Got beat by Arkansas by 11. Beat by Bama by 18. By Tennessee by 20. Florida, they kept it close. They only lost by 2. Maybe that was LSU. Yeah, that was LSU. Missouri's lost by 9, by 6. Arkansas lost by 15. So they do, they lose, but they hang tough on most of these games. Earlier in the season, looks like they were getting blown out by 20, 19, 24. So I see some value there with LSU. James Mad. Let's see what they got, and we'll wrap this up. James Mad, 27-3, 11-point favorites, 7-1 against the spread. Beat them by 26 and 15. James Madison's not killing people. He did win that game by quite a bit, 26-20. James Mad by 15, and their spread's 11. I like James Madison in this game. Minnesota, Northwestern. Northwestern's spreads went from 5.5 to 4.5. So why would people be taking Minnesota? I think Northwestern's a better team. 73-76. Minnesota does have their number, looks like, but on the road, Northwestern killed them by 20 last year. Minnesota's 2-7 on the road. 2-13 in the last 15 on the road. Northwestern 8-1 at home. Minnesota looks like they got a couple players that are questionable with concussions. They're coming off a loss to Indy, beat Penn State, lost to Illinois, lost to Nebraska. Northwestern got beat by Michigan State, by Iowa, beat Maryland, beat Michigan. Not a great game to bet on, but if I was to have to bet that game, I'd probably take Northwestern money line. BYU by 13. Doesn't look like it's going to move. Arizona versus UCLA. Let's check this out real quick. We're almost to the end, so Arizona should kill them, but 15 at home, 6 on the road, 15 at home, 20 on the road. So it really just depends on what team that you get with UCLA or Arizona tomorrow. 9-1 straight up against the Pac-12, 5-1 against the spread in March. USC is 6-2 to the overs in the Pac-12 conference. Arizona's on a roll, only lost one game. That was to Washington State by 3. Beat UCLA by 23. Beat Oregon by 20. Beat Arizona by 18. USC beat Arizona State. Beat Washington. Lost to Washington State. So even in their losses, it's been close. 3-point loss, 3-point loss. They did get crushed by Stanford by 30. Got beat by Oregon by 9. Yeah, 8 points might be a little bit much, but Arizona could just wipe them, mop the floor with them. UNLV and Nevada. I like Nevada in this game, but 6 points is quite a bit. $76, $73. Nevada beat them in UNLV by 3 a few days ago. UNLV beat Nevada in Reno by 2. UNLV kind of has their number, it looks like. And UNLV is 7-2 on the road. So that's pretty fucking good for a college team. 0-4 in a neutral site, though, where Nevada's 3-1 in neutral sites. UNLV is 9-1 in their last 10 games. Crushing it. Only game they lost was to Nevada. Nevada's 9-1 in their last 10 games. The only game they lost was to New Mexico by 1. I'm going to have to say Nevada by 3, but they're 6-point favorites, so I'm going to have to lay off. All right. UCLA and Arizona State. I'm not sure if I want to touch that. Let's check it out, though, since it's the last game. Both got 14-16 records. UCLA 7-3 against Arizona State. Arizona State are 1-7 in their last 8 against UCLA. 1-10 in their last 11 in UCLA. UCLA's lost 6 in a row. Arizona State is 1-4 in the last 5. So who's a shittier team? Then when they play each other, the over-under's 9-1 on the over, averaging 146. They have this game at 133. So if I was have to bet a late game, I would hit the money line. Not the money line, the over. All right, now let's check out some ice and some baseball. Doesn't look like baseball is working right now, so let's head on over to the ice. Edmonton, Buffalo, Nashville, Columbus. Nashville's been playing almost every day lately, so they might be getting worn out. Now they're traveling. They are 6-3 against Columbus, 18-10 on the road. Total is gone. It's 5-0 to the over when they're playing in Columbus. Nashville's 9-1 in their last 10. Columbus is Nashville is rolling 9-1. The only game they lost was to Montreal, and that was the day I fucking bet on them, of course. Columbus did beat Edmonton yesterday. Yeah, I think it was yesterday. Lost the pit. So they've been playing high score, and Nashville's been playing like Nashville in this game. 155 might be a little high. Carolina, New Jersey. Carolina's 7-3. 6-1 straight up playing New Jersey. They're minus 142. Pittsburgh versus Boston. Boston hasn't been playing that well. They went from 150 to 200. Must have got hammered with some money. Pittsburgh's 2-8 on the road, 3-13 when playing in Boston. Yeah, a lot of players out. They got beat 6-0 against Washington, 1-6 Edmonton, 0-2. They beat Columbus. Boston beat Toronto 4-1. So they're starting to play a little bit better, 4-1. I like Boston. I just don't know if it's worth a 200 minus 210. It looks like right now. Calgary and Florida. Florida is probably a good bet in this game, but let's check it out. Calgary is actually 7-2 straight up against Florida. 7-1 in the last 8 on the road. 6-1 in the last against Florida. Over is 6-2 when they play in Florida. Calgary 6-3, 4-2, 4-3, 4-2, 6-3. Florida 5-3, 4-2, 4-0, 4-3. For the money at plus 175, it might be worth a venture on Calgary. The over is 6, so this might be a good parlay if you could find it to do to whether it lets you do puck line plus 1.5 with Calgary in the over 6. Ottawa against San Jose, Toronto against Montreal, Philadelphia at Tampa. The line is moving in Philadelphia's favor. I know Tampa was struggling. Tampa is 7-3 against Philly. Philly's 4-14 in their last 18 when playing on the road in Tampa Bay. Yeah, Tampa's not looking too hot. 3-6. The only team they beat was Montreal. In their last 4 to 5 games, Philadelphia beat Florida, which is pretty good, but it's low scoring. St. Louis 1-2. They got beat. I have to lean Tampa Bay in this game since they're 7-3 straight up against them. Minus 142 on the money line. Might be a little high. Let's see what else we can put together. This looks like a good game here. Winnipeg versus Vancouver. Winnipeg is 6-3 against Vancouver, but Vancouver's a different team this year. Winnipeg is 10-2 when playing in Vancouver. Yeah, it's a rough game there. I don't know. Over is 4-1. Under is 9-13. I think I would have to pass on this game unless you like Winnipeg, but just not a good bet there either way. Detroit at Vegas. Vegas is probably due for this ass kicking here. Both have the exact same records. Power rankings show Detroit much better. Detroit is 6-4. They beat them in Vegas 3-2. Detroit went over 15-5 in their last 20 against Pacific. Vegas are 1-7 in the last 8, 0-5 at home. Over 6-6, 6-0, I should say, 6-0 to the over. Vegas is shit in the bed in March, and so is Detroit. Yeah, it's a rough one, man. They both look like shit. I probably have to lean with Vegas in this one, and minus 175 is not worth my money. We can get a little bit of even money here with Dallas in LA. That might be a pretty good bet right there. I think the Stars can get them. They're 7-3, 3-7 to the over when playing LA. Beat them 5-1 last game. Beat them 4-0 in LA the time before that. Dallas 19-9 on the road was pretty good. Under is 4-1 when playing in LA. Dallas won 4 straight where they're scoring crazy 6-2, 7-6, 4-1, 3-2. LA 5-1, 5-1, 1-2, 4-3. So I would say I'd probably put my money on Dallas at even money. Let's check out the no bank account league real quick. I don't know how long we've been on here, 54 minutes. I fucking hate NBA, so this is going to be quick. Looks like Boston Celtics are taking on some money against the Suns. 121-17. They're 5-5. Phoenix beat them. They beat them. Boston are 4-11 against the spread in their last 15 against Phoenix. Devin Booker looks like he's upgraded to questionable. Boston got beat by Denver, got beat by Cleveland after a huge winning streak they were on. Phoenix beat Toronto, beat Denver, lost to Oklahoma City and Houston. What's the spread on this again? Boston 5.5. Went from 3.5 to 5.5. If you could have got it at 3.5, I think you had some value. I mean, they did beat them 125-98 on the road in Phoenix. That was a while ago. Yeah. No bank account league. It's not worth betting it unless you just find an edge, smash it, and get the fuck out. For some reason, Golden State Warriors went from 13.5 to 8.5. So somebody must be out or something there. Golden State's got them 7-3 in their last 10. San Antonio's 0-5 in the last 5 against Golden State. Golden State, Curry is downgraded to out. And they're still 8.5-point favorites, so fuck that. All right, I think we are done since they don't have any baseball going on here. So again, the VIP members will get these plays sent out to them. Check us out, badassbets.com. Also, Harley Ray Crystal Shop. Crystals, non-toxic scented candles, sage, all the good shit to bring good vibes to your home, to your life. Crypto Scotty, check out the channel. If you're into crypto, we are about to burn a zero on Pepe. I bought Pepe the second day it came out and been hodling ever since. I thought we were done, and all of a sudden we get like a 7x. So we are riding high on the frog wave right now. We went hard on Theta. Again, check us out, badassbets.com, if you want to get these VIP picks. And right now we're doing our crypto included in that. So we're going to do a little recap right now, what the games that I'm going over. Florida State is 11-0 versus Miami. Kentucky, Tennessee should be pretty decent over. Marquette, Texas, TCU should be a money line parlay together or something like that on those. Grand Canyon, Providence, North Texas, and the over. Utah State looking good. James Mad. LSU. Texas is 6-0 straight up versus Okie. Carolina in the hockey. Calgary on the over 6. And Dallas in the even money. Let's make some money on Saturday. Take that money, put it into some crypto, let it ride. Whatever you do, don't put it in the fucking bank because they're going to take your shit. Banks are about to crash like you never seen before. Get yourself some silver, some gold, some crypto, whatever you can do to get out of the fiat fake ass dollar currency that's about to be taken out. and get on board. Please hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and we will be back Sunday. Again, on our badassbets.com, we do have a text alert membership where if we see any kind of advantages during the games, live bets, halftime bets, shit that just like can't pass up, we send those out to our VIP members and our chat alerts, text alerts. So get that, and that will pay for itself right away. And again, we are the only sports betting handicapper in the area that offers money back guarantee. If we don't make a profit, you don't pay. So how can you beat that? You can't. So get your fucking ass over to badassbets.com and click the subscribe button. All right, everybody, enjoy your day, make some money. Badass Bets out of here.